Did you know that forests are responsible for nearly 30% of the Earth's oxygen turnover? That's right. These green expanses are the very lungs of our planet and the breath of our world. Every day, every hour, every minute, forests are hard at work, producing the oxygen we need to survive. Hey everyone, welcome back to Random Realm, where we dive into fascinating topics that shape our world. I'm Jessica, and today, we're delving into a crucial subject that affects every living being on this planet: forests and their role in regulating climate. We'll also explore the alarming impact of deforestation on climate change. But where does all of this begin? How does the forest regulate the air we breathe and the planet we live on? It's all thanks to a beautiful, complex, and utterly essential process known as photosynthesis. You may remember the word from your science classes, but let's take a moment to truly appreciate what it does. Photosynthesis, it's a mouthful, isn't it? But it's also a breathful, if you will. This process starts when trees and plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide, that pesky greenhouse gas we hear so much about, is actually a crucial ingredient in the recipe for oxygen. So the trees take in carbon dioxide, and using the energy they harness from the sun, they transform it. They break it down, rearrange it, and what do they release? Oxygen. That's right, that same sweet, life-giving oxygen that fills our lungs and fuels our bodies. But the forests don't just stop there. No, they continue to absorb and store carbon dioxide, helping to regulate the climate and keep our planet healthy. And let's not forget, it's not just us humans who rely on this oxygen. Every creature, from the smallest insects to the largest mammals, depends on the oxygen produced by our forests. So you see, forests are far more than just clusters of trees. They are vast, vibrant ecosystems teeming with life and playing a critical role in our planet's well-being. They breathe in the harmful carbon dioxide and breathe out the oxygen we all need to live. But most importantly, they remind us of our connection to the world around us. They show us that we are part of a larger, interconnected system where every breath we take is linked to the health of our forests. Forests are not just clusters of trees, they are the life support system of our planet. Ever wondered why cities are hotter and less humid than forested areas? Well, it all comes down to the concrete jungles we've built and the lush forests we've lost. Forests are, in many ways, our planet's natural climate regulators. They absorb sunlight and release water vapor into the air through a process known as transpiration, creating a cool, moist microclimate. In fact, this process can cool the air by as much as 10 degrees. Picture this. You're walking through a dense forest in the middle of a hot day. The air around you is comfortably cool and the humidity is just right. That's the forest working its magic, moderating the climate. Contrast this with a cityscape filled with concrete and asphalt. These hard surfaces absorb and retain heat, amplifying the temperature. This phenomenon, known as the urban heat island effect, can make cities significantly hotter than their surrounding rural areas. Add to that the absence of sufficient greenery to provide shade and transpiration, and you've got a recipe for sweltering city summers. But there's another aspect to this comparison that's equally important, if not more: oxygen production. Forests are the lungs of our planet. They absorb carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, and emit oxygen, which we need to breathe. Without enough forests, the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in our atmosphere can get thrown off. Deforestation, the cutting down of forests on a massive scale, disrupts this balance. It leads to a decrease in oxygen levels and an increase in carbon dioxide, contributing to global warming. It's like turning off our planet's natural air conditioning system and cranking up the heat at the same time. So the next time you find yourself in a bustling city sweating under the summer sun, remember the cool, oxygen-rich air of the forest. And remember the vital role that forests play in regulating our climate and making our planet livable. Forests are, in essence, the Earth's air conditioning system. They cool, they humidify, and they breathe. Let's do our part to keep them standing. Deforestation is not just about losing trees, it's about destabilizing our climate. Imagine your lungs breathing in and out, a vital process that keeps you alive. Now picture our planet. Its lungs are the forests, and they too breathe in and out, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. But what happens when the lungs of our planet are compromised? When we cut down forests, we're not just removing trees. We're dismantling an intricate system that has evolved over millions of years to regulate our climate. Forests act as carbon sinks. They absorb more carbon dioxide than they release. They're our frontline defense against the rising levels of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, one of the key drivers of global warming. But here's the rub. When we cut down forests, we're not only losing these vital carbon sinks, we're also releasing stored carbon back into the atmosphere. It's like a double whammy for our climate. The more trees we lose, the more carbon dioxide levels increase, leading to a warmer planet. Let's put this into perspective. Every year, due to deforestation, we lose forest area equivalent to the size of Panama. That's like losing over 75,000 football fields of trees every single day. And it's not just about the trees. Forests are home to more than half of the world's terrestrial species. When we cut down forests, we're also driving countless species towards extinction, disrupting ecosystems, and causing ripple effects that we're only beginning to understand. The loss of our forests also affects local climates. Forests help regulate rainfall patterns and maintain soil moisture. When forests disappear, areas can become drier, leading to more frequent and severe droughts, affecting agriculture and food security. So, as you can see, deforestation is not just about losing trees, it's about losing the stability of our climate, the diversity of our species, and the resilience of our ecosystems. Without forests, we are accelerating the pace of climate change. Imagine a world with less oxygen. That's the reality we face with deforestation. Our world is a delicate balance, a symphony of interconnected elements, each playing a vital role. Among the most crucial of these elements are our forests, the lungs of our planet. These sprawling expanses of greenery are responsible for producing a significant portion of the Earth's oxygen. To understand the gravity of the situation, let's delve into the science behind it. The process of photosynthesis, which is carried out by all green plants, is how our oxygen is produced. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight, and in return, they give us oxygen. It's a beautiful and essential exchange. Now, enter deforestation. As we continue to cut down our forests at an alarming rate, we're essentially suffocating our planet. Fewer trees mean less oxygen, and less oxygen poses a direct threat to all oxygen-breathing life forms, including us. But it's not only about the oxygen. Forests also act as carbon sinks, absorbing more carbon dioxide than they release. When we cut down these forests, not only do we lose a vital source of oxygen, we also unleash stored carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere, further exacerbating global warming. We're in a race against time. Every tree felled is a blow to our planet's lifeline. Every forest that disappears is a step closer to a world with less oxygen. It's a dangerous game we're playing, and the stakes are nothing less than our survival. This is not a distant threat. It's happening now. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, is shrinking at a horrifying pace. And with it, our oxygen supply is diminishing. We must remember the trees we cut down today were here long before us, and we have a responsibility to ensure they're here long after us. We are not separate from nature. We are a part of it. Our survival is tied to the survival of forests. It's as simple and as complex as that. Forests are our lifeline, and we must act now to protect them. The clock is ticking, the seconds are slipping away, and our forests are bearing the brunt of our actions. But remember, it's never too late to make a difference. Forest conservation is not just a responsibility of a few, but a collective endeavor we all must partake in. So how can we contribute to this crucial cause? One way is by supporting organizations that work tirelessly to protect and restore our forests. These groups are the warriors on the front lines, safeguarding our precious green resources. They need our backing to continue their valuable work. Whether it's a financial donation, volunteering your time, or simply spreading the word about their efforts, every bit of support makes a difference. But the role we play in forest conservation isn't confined to the boundaries of these organizations. It extends to our everyday lives. Consider the amount of paper we use daily. From tissues to packaging, paper is an integral part of our lives. But each sheet of paper comes at a cost to our forests. By reducing our paper use, we can significantly lessen the demand for tree logging. Opt for digital alternatives, recycle, and when you must use paper, choose products made from recycled materials. And then there's the simple yet profound act of planting a tree. A single tree can absorb as much as 48 pounds of carbon dioxide per year. Imagine the impact if each of us took the initiative to plant just one tree. the collective effect would be monumental, a ripple effect of positive change that could help turn the tide in the fight against climate change. In this vast universe, we have one home, one planet that sustains us. And at the heart of this planet are our forests, the lungs of the earth, the breath of life itself. We can no longer afford to stand by as they are depleted. Every tree counts, every action matters. Contribute to forest conservation and breathe life back into our planet. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let us know in the comments your thoughts. Together, we can make a difference. Thanks for joining us here at Random Realm. Don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content, and until next time, stay curious.
It's London Lee.